covering Wing Chun, fitness and well-being. So if you're new to the channel, hi, and you're new to these streams, I'm quickly going to go over our community guidelines and what we're doing today. So if you'd like to do any prior stretches before we begin, do them now while I'm talking. And just make sure before you do start that the space around you is clear and you're training in a safe environment. And by the way, I think the chat's working today. I realised after it was actually just my chat that wasn't working. So the live chat is actually working today. So if you have any questions or anything, just pop them in there. So let's quickly have a look, and remember, this is on my website, so if you want to check this out, please jump on the website and just look through the community guidelines, but also you can check out what training we did today and all the past sessions in case you'd like to review or recap what you did. So let's just really quickly, I'm going to quickly go over these. So martial arts is only used in a self-defense situation. Everything we're training is just for self-defense purposes, and that means when you're facing danger or you're in a situation where you have no choice but to defend yourself. Prepare before we begin training, so make sure that if there's any prior stretches you specifically would like to do them. The space is clear, you have some water handy so you can just grab it, grab a drink when we have our breaks. Train safely and to your level, so all different ages and different people doing these streams. So make sure you're just training to your level when you're doing these, don't over push yourself. I do give variations of certain things like exercises and train that to your level and make sure you're training safely. Again, with the space around you, and also if there are people next to you, don't hit the person next to you. So no abusive comments, and we learn and grow together. So we're here to do martial arts and train martial arts, and that's what we're doing. If you're interested in what we're doing, then you're welcome to come here and learn. But if you're not, or you make abusive comments to this channel or the other people in this channel, then your comments will be deleted and you will be banned from the group. So step-by-step instruction. We've been starting from our fundamentals, moving upwards, so make sure that you do go and check them past streams out if you want to build and actually learn Wing Chun from the base, your basics upwards. That's what we've been going through. Yesterday's session and today's session are review sessions, so we're training all the drills we did in the previous 5 sessions. So it's also good, it's fine if you're joining today to try it out. You'll be able to jump straight back in anyway, because I will be still explaining it, but we're going to be focused on drilling. Warm-up sets and working sets. So if there are any prior stretches, do them, but we will be doing a warm-up set to warm up any of the drills that we're doing, and then working sets which I will explain as we're doing it. And just keep the live chat relevant to what we're doing, martial arts, and any questions you have, anything like that. So let's quickly go down to our 7th session. The link to this will be in the video description after. I'll stick it in there in case you want to jump on it. So we're going to do our warm-up, our seated meditation that we started last time, which I will guide you through. And then we're doing a recap of our back fists. So our vertical back fists, our diagonal back fists, our basic pivot with shapes, our stamp kicks, and some footwork as well, our triangle step in, and our diagonal step, and also our diagonal step with shapes. Then a little bit of exercise at the end. So let's start with our warm-up. Also, I will post any music that I use in the video description in case you want to check it out afterwards. Hey Charlotte. Okay, let's start with our warm-up. So make sure your space is clear. Just looking up and down. Gonna go for our whole body, stretching off our neck first. Left and right. Circling all the way around. Make sure you look and you create as big circle as you can. Both directions. Now we're going to circle our head on top of our body. Like it's going to come off. Shoulders forward. Shoulders back. Elbows. Other way. Right arm circling forward. Really loose arm. Backwards. Figure 8, so your hand comes in front, comes up, and then behind. Again, keep your arm really loose. Change arms, so left hand forward. And backwards. Let's go figure 8, so it comes up in front, around, up, circle behind, back up. Right hand, we're going to pull our wrist back, fingers pointing down. Straighten your hand out, pull your fingers towards you. North south, pull your fingers towards you. Bring your hand down, pull your palm up. Change hands. Left hand, pull it back. Turn your hand, pull your fingers down. Hand up, pull your fingers towards you. When you pull the stretcher on here. Hold it in, pull up. Some waves because we need it for our back fists. Both ways. Hands on your waist, circling. Go as big as you want to go. Hands out in front, to the sides. Keep your hips forward. Take our right leg, circling our knee. Both ways. Change legs. Both ways. Right ankle circling. Both ways. Change to your other foot. Left ankle circling. And make sure you are doing the circle big enough to get a stretch. But still stay comfortable. Both ways. Okay, some pendulums with our leg. So lift up your right leg. Doesn't have to be super high, but just forward and back. Relax leg, nice and loose. Keep your arms loose. Same leg out to the side. Change legs, forward and back. To the side. And just shake out. A little bit of jog on the spot. Of course without punches. And relax. Grab a drink. We're going to go into our seated meditation. So just remember, when we're doing this, we want to focus on our breathing. Our breathing is our reference point, so we're always going to come back to it. You start feeling distracted by the thoughts or anything, so just come back to your breathing. We want to free our body of any excess tension that we don't need, clear our minds so we're focused and get the max out of our training. So in the seated meditation, we can use a wall to lean against. We just want to be comfortable, but still maintain your posture. So don't lean resting on it, but it's just there to help support you. Still maintain your posture. Our hands, thumb on the inside of our palm, fingers come over. It's a bit like a handshake, this position. And this represents total body harmony. So we're going to bring our hands like that. And just breathing smoothly. You shouldn't be forcing your breathing and building up tension. So just breathe smoothly in and out your nose for this seated meditation. Let's do it. I'm using hollow sync beats, so if you want to check that out after, I find it really helps actually. If you have earphones, if you're on your own and you want to do this and you have earphones and you stick this kind of music on, I find it really helps just you relax and get in the right frame of mind. So if you know how to get down to the floor without using your hands, then do that. You can just cross your legs normally. Take your hands. Take the hand position, head to sky. Close your eyes. And just begin breathing, focusing just on your breathing. Release any unnecessary tension in your body. Breathing in and out nice and steadily. from there you can open your eyes. Stand up without using your hands if you can. I'm going to show this quick. Yeah, so you know how to do it. So we don't want to put our hands down when we're getting up, because we can't protect our head. So one of the basic ways to stand in from here is up, leg in front, and then come to stand in. So this whole time you can protect your head. Okay. So well done. There's probably many times when you're doing this that thoughts start coming into your head, especially at the beginning if it's your first time doing it. So that breathing's a really good reference point at the beginning to make sure you keep coming back to that. But meditations can be very difficult. But once you start getting used to it, you actually start to enjoy it a lot more. So you just have to get past that initial stage and keep practicing like anything. Let's begin with our back fists. So feet together. Let's open up our stance. And close. And in case this is your first time, when we open up our basic stance, hands come forward, do it with me, pull back, bend your knees, toes out, heels out. This is our basic stance. We're actually going to go into our leg forward stance. So we're going to step our left leg forward. And when we do this, we want our front toe to line up with our back heel. Base down, so we need our knees bent, so we're grounded. And we're actually, from this position, going to have our feet on the diagonal so we can cover the center line if we need to protect it. From here, our left hand's going to be bong sao. Right hand is going to be wu sao. So left hand's our lower wing arm, with our palm turned in and facing out, so we're turning our hand, Wu sao, protecting our chin height. I'm going to start off with our vertical back fist coming up. So remember, this is a wave. So we go shoulder, elbow. When the hand comes up, we drop the elbow. We clench our fist on impact and then relax totally again. So it'll be like this. So it's quite a quick strike. Let's do 50 to 70% because we're going to be doing a lot of drilling and we don't want to tire out at the beginning. So you can also use this as a warm up. Let's do it to the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's change. So our foot's going to come in. When that foot comes out, we're going to change hands and feet. So we're going to end up with our right hand bong sao, left hand wu sao, feet pointed up from the diagonal. We're going to do the same thing. Vertical back fist coming up, straight forward, clench the fist at the end, then relax. Shoulder, elbow drops at the end, and the fist comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Change. So your left foot's going to be in front now, left bong sao. We're going to come over now. So this one's to the ridge of the nose. Same starting motion, shoulder, elbow. Then we drop the elbow, But this time we bring our hand over, so it rolls out, our knuckles are facing down. So it looks like this. It's like a bit like drawing a sword, but then we're coming over, boom. So when you're doing this, keep the wrist loose because we get extra power from that. In real time it looks like this. So really loose arm, let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Right hand now coming up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Put your hands back. We're going to go to our diagonal back fist, coming up first. So we're going to come to our low cross guard. Remember, fingertips come into the edge of your hips, so we're covering that whole lower space. It's on the diagonal, so it's not in close, it's not up. On the horizontal plane, we're coming out diagonal from one side of our body to the other. We're going to have our left hand on top in our basic stance now, our square on stance. Knees bent, hips dropped, head to sky. And our arms are going to come forward and up, forward and up. So when we're doing it, we don't want to come up like this, we want to come forward. It's our diagonal, we're clearing that space in front of us, that whole space. So still create a whip. We want the hand to finish chin height, elbow drops at the end. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This lower cross guard or our lower diagonal guard is now going to come up. So we're coming up. We're on our fingertips, chin height, arm extended forward, so not back up against us. Because the shape's weak this way, we need to keep our arm extended forward. So if pressure comes in, we can bring it down into our elbow and bring it down to the ground. So we've gone from here to here, making a cross again. Right hand in front now. Again, fingertips, chin height, and to the edge of your shoulders. And this time we're going to come downwards diagonal. So we're going to finish to our hips. So we go as far as our hips. We're not coming to here, but we just go as far to the space. We imagine a cube in front of us. We're staying within that cube. So it'll look like this. Again, this can be to clear anything coming into this space. It could be a strike if someone drops their head low, like this as well. So from this position, let's give it a go. 1, 2, let's say 60 to 70% now, we've warmed up a bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 5 more. We're going to go a bit faster, 70 to 90%. And I want you to focus now on the recoil part, being relaxed but coming back. Imagine like bamboo. So once you strike, it's not going to stay there, but it comes back just as quick. So we don't want to even strike and then come back. We want it to be like, so it's like bamboo, like this. So you need to think about that when you're doing it. Let's give it a go. With a bit more power and energy, think of that springing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And pull back. So that's just an important concept in all our strikes. If you think of it like bamboo, so when it comes out, it recoils back, so we can come back to our position if we need to. Sometimes you can continue, so you might and then continue, but other times you want to strike and then you come back and it's like a recoil, boom, 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 with all your strikes. So let's move on to our basic pivot that we covered last time in last session. And with our basic pivot from our square stance, our square on stance, our basic stance, we're opening the hip. It could be one side at a time. It could be turning both. We just keep our posture, so head to sky, and we focus on opening the hip, keeping our feet as grounded as much as possible, but we're more on the heels of our feet than we are on the balls of our feet. Because as we discussed before, if you make contact with someone, we want to drop our heels down so that we can ground the force coming in easier than if we're on the balls of our feet and someone pushes into us, you end up rolling through. So once you're getting close to someone, you need to drop your feet down and keep maximum connection to the ground as possible, rather than be on the balls or heels or toes of your feet, which is better for when you're at further distance. In general, it's better for when you're at further distance and you need to move quicker, then you want to be on the balls. But as soon as you connect to someone, any sort of contact when you're close range, we want to drop down into that, our base drop to the ground. So let's open up our basic stance. And our hips are closed at the moment. Our toes are slightly pointed in. We're making a triangle. Imagine the tip of the triangle coming out in front of you. When we turn this right foot, it's going to open up to the same angle as the other foot. Let's give it a go. 1, back. Think of opening and closing the hip. 2, back. 3, back. 4, back. 5, back. Other side. 1, back. 2, back. 3, back. 4, back. 5, back. Let's open up our right one. Open up your right foot. Now we're going to turn both. So when we go to our left now, we're going to switch. It look like this. So we open up the hip, and then the other one closes. So if our right foot's open to the count, let's give it a go. 1, open up your left foot, other leg closes after. Both feet are pointed the other direction now, the other diagonal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple more. 1, 2, head to sky. 3, 4, don't look at your feet. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our feet should be pointed off on the right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in our arms. We didn't actually do this last time. I think we just did it with our diagonal step where we added in our arms. But we're going to add in now our arms to this pivot, this basic pivot. We're going to start off with the shapes that we've used for our diagonal step. Dips out and a vertical punch. So I'll just show you. We're going to have dips out, palm down, elbow down, so it's not up, but we're dropping it down. It turns with our body, so our whole torso is going to be supporting this shape. If force comes in, our whole torso, and you'll see with our footwork, is going to support the shape. And it's very important that this elbow is forward, not bent in like this. If you catch it like this, the force will just come into you. So you want the elbow down, so push your shoulder down, elbow down, and arm bent forward, point your fingers out. With that, we're going to do our vertical punch, but we're going to angle it slightly so it matches the jawline. So when you're punching, match the jawline with this punch. Again, elbow not up, but drop down, so that if any pressure comes back, it's going through our structure. And most of our power in Wing Chun, one of the important ways that we develop it is through structure as well. It's not just through explosive energy, which we also use in relaxation, but we also through our structure, which is mainly triangles, circles, linear lines. So if we open up our stance, hands forward, pull back, bend our knees, toes, heels. Let's turn our right foot out, right hand dips out. So now if a force comes in here, say a circular strike or a hook or something, if force comes in here, we take it down to this leg, our other leg, so we can ground it. So the reason this pivoting is also important, if we get pushed here, we've got no base of support behind us. If you imagine a tripod, we don't have that third leg, so if we get pushed there, we can easily get knocked back. If you have a leg in front and a leg behind, you can take this force down, so it's very easy. And it's important to know this, not just because the weakness of the different stances for yourself, but also you know how to use it against other people. So we have this basic pivot, so that if force comes into our center, we can turn it off. And when we turn that off, we can also take it to the leg on one of the sides. So if we pivot this way, we can take it to this leg. If we pivoted this way, we can take it to this leg. And there's different ways of pivoting, but we're just practicing open the hips for now. You can pivot more on the balls of your feet, so to take your direction off the center, but we're not doing that one at the moment. We're opening up our hip. If force comes in, we're taking it down to this leg. So if we go to this dips out position, right foot out, right hand dips out, forward. If force comes in here, we take it down to here with the punch coming out. And then we're going to pull back. So it's going to look like this. We're going to go 1, back, 2, back. Let's give it a go. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10, back. Just keep the dips out in line with your shoulder and your torso. So don't open it up like this, because you're making loads of space in here. You'll probably just miss the strike. You need to keep it really tight. The only thing that turns the dips out is because my torso is turning like this. And I'm opening up my hip. So the arm just goes with your body turning. Let's try our left side. Left foot's going to open. Left hand dips out. Right hand vertical punch at an angle. We're also doing simultaneous attack and defend on the fundamental concepts of Wing Chun. So we're not defending and striking, but we're doing it together. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10, back. Other side, this time Gansao, covering that lower space. Using this part of your arm to cover all the way out and cover that lower space. It's similar to our cross guard position, but we're turning our hip now, so it's going to take it across. Let's give it a go. So in your basic stance, we're going to start off turning our right foot out, right Gansao, left punch. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back. Other side. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back. Good work. We're going to move on to our diagonal step because we're going to use these arms in there. I'll go one time with you. Just remember with our diagonal step, we're cutting off that center line. We're cutting off that center line. But if someone came forward, we're cutting off that line that they're coming through, but we still want to be facing through them. That means with our diagonal step, if force comes in, we're taking it into this, our leg, our rear leg, the one that's slightly further back. So just remember with the diagonal step, we've got 4 points. You're inside a square. Imagine you're the center of a square, and you're going to step to all these 4 points. They look like this. 1, we're pointing into the square. Our left leg slightly further back, and back. Other side, 2, back. That's the 2 back angles. Now we're going to go to the front angle, and we're going to point our feet towards it this time. 3, back. Other angle, 4. Whole body on the diagonal. Torso turns as well. Back. Let's give it a go from your basic stance. We're going to our back left first. No arms, just arms pulled back. 1. Back. Now we're going to our right. 2. Back. Top left. 3. Back. Top right. 4. Back. 1. Back. 2. Back. 3. Back. 4. Back. Hold that position. One more time. 1. Back. Short, quick steps. 2. Back. 3. Back. 4. Back. Now we're going to add in our garn sails and dip sails. So on the back steps, the cut in the angle backwards, we're going to cover the space on the inside and punch. So if we go to our back left first, like this, we're going to have right hand garn sail, left hand punch. So let's go to our basic stance, and let's go to that back left. 1. Right hand should be garn sail, left hand punch. And then step back. Always step the leg closest back first. Now we're going to go to our back right, left hand garn sail, right hand punch. 2. Back. Now we're going to do the dip sail on the forward. Top left one. If I face you for a second, we're going to step to the top left, left hand dip sail. Right hand fist. So it looks like this. From the front it look like this. So this is for shut down the circular strike and bring that force down to this leg. It's important when we step forward like this, we're shutting the strike down before it gets a chance to get to a point where it's gained power and speed. Someone's powering. We want to shut it down early here. As soon as you see no one coming around for a circular movement, shut it down. So let's try that. Top left first, 3, left hand dip sail. Right hand fist, back, top right, 4, back. So we're going to go back left first. 1, back, 2, back, 3, dip sail, back, 4, back. Back left first. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back. One more time. 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back. Good work. From there, left arm, left leg forward. You're doing well, guys, we're nearly there. We just got our stamp kick now to finish off with. So your left leg's going to go forward. Basic guard now. So both hands into the centre line, 1 forward, 1 back. We've got our basic stamp kick, so remember hip opens. So we're not kicking across our hip. You open it, knee up, stamps down. So we're coming up, then down, toe pointed out, knee back up, and then control leg down. Whole time our arms are up, keeping that space covered. We're not kicking like this and dropping our arms so someone can punch us in this time. And when we're doing this, unlike a snap kick, like this, our legs actually coming up and then down. So we're coming up and then down because it's a stamp kick, it's a stomp. So just remember that. Let's do one with all four, so it look like this. 4 count, 1, 2, toe pointed out, 3, just slightly, 4. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, point the toe out. So it's less slightly to slide off than this. 3, knee back up. 4, down with control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's say 60 to 70% power. Whole move now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leg comes back, change sides. Other leg, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. With me, let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 50 to 70% power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Change arms and legs. Pull back. Left foot to right. Push down. Grab a drink. I forgot to have a break. Forgot to have a break for you guys. Grab a drink. We've still got one more move. The double stomp kick. So just grab a drink. And let's finish our last move. So our double stomp kick now. Really good drill for our balance and stability. And one we can learn to use after so we can defend a strike coming in and then kick the other leg. So we could defend a kick coming in and then kick the other leg. But first, to get the balance and stability, we're going to practice off one leg, stomp, stomp. So your toes are going to face out and then face in. So it goes stomp, stomp. So open up your stance. Left arm, left leg forward. Let's give it a go. 1, stomp, stomp. Left hand turns to bong sound, reaches forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change, left foot comes back, right arm and leg out together, left leg now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Pull your hands back. Left foot to right and push down. Good work, really well done. We're just going to finish up with a little bit of exercise. So we're going to do breathing in as we go down, breathing out as we come up, our basic push-up, either on your palms or on your knuckles. If you're used to it, you can do it on your knuckles. But we're going to do 3. We do it with our elbows in. We're going to do 3 different ways of breathing with our push-ups. So we're only doing 5 push-ups. Breathing in on the way down, breathing out on the way up. In through your nose, out on the way up. This is going to be our first exercise. If you need to use something stable to make the push-up easier, if you can't do a push-up horizontal, then you could use something raised, even the wall, if you need to. Or you can just focus on the negative part. But because we're using our breathing for this exercise, if you can't do a push-up, it'd be better to use something raised like this to go down, up, just anything that's stable. So let's begin. We're going to have a little pause at the bottom. So get a push-up position on your knuckles if you want, or on your palms if you need. It's good for training either anyway. And we're going to breathe in on the way down. Make sure your space is clear. We're going to breathe in on the way down, so breathe in and out. Remember, what are you doing? 5? Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Relax a second. We're now going to reverse our breathing. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Breathe out on the way down, in on the way up. So when we get into the push-up position, take a deep breath in to start it. Let's go. Deep breath in. Breathe out and go down. In and go up. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Let's do one more. Out. In. And relax. Our final one, we're going to breathe in and out on the way down. In and out on the way up. So 5 more, and then you're done with your push-ups. Let's give it a go. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Last one. Down, up. Onto your backs. The body should feel a bit more free after this because you've opened up your breathing. So hands are going to go on our legs. If you have something to put your feet under, you could use that as well. We're going to be doing sit-ups from this position with our breath as well. So we're going to go breathing in, sit up, my legs are just straight out. I don't know if you can see from there. And then we're going to breathe out. My hands, just put them on your legs, you can follow along your legs. So let's give it a go, breathe in and come up. Out and down. In and up. Out and down. In and up. And out and down. In and up. Out and down. In and up. Out and down. Now we're going to reverse our breathing. So we're going to breathe out on the way up, in on the way down. So take a deep breath in, breathe out and come up. In and down. Out. In. Out. in, out, in, out, in, out. One last time in, and then relax your breathe in. Now we're going to breathe in and out, final one on the way up, and in and out on the way down. So look like this. Both breath in one motion. Let's give it a go. Up. Down, nice and controlled. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Let's do one more. Up. Down. From there, you can come to standing. Final thing, if you don't have a wall that's clear, you can do this in the air. But if you have a wall, you're going to squat down, arms out, so come to this position, and just hold this position. And from here, we're going to bring into our cross guard, just copy me, up, pull back as far as you can go. Left hand punch, open, circles, pulls back. Right hand punch, open, circles, pulls back. Tan sao, circle, wu sao, back. Fuk sao forward. Tan wu sao, fuk sao forward. Wu sao back. Fuk sao forward. Wu sao back. Pak sao, palm, circle. If not, you could just hold your arms if you don't do this. But if you know it, Tan sao, it's our basic form. Wu sao, back. Fuk sao. Wu sao. Fuk. Wu. Fuk sao. Wu sao. Fuk sao. Wu sao. Pak sao. Palm. Circle. Pull back. And you're done. There you go. That's another way you can train your form. Alright, well done team. Left hand whistle, right hand fist, how we pay respects. Really well done. Hope you enjoyed the session. And I'll post in the description links to what we did, the music, and also I'll see you tomorrow if you're here tomorrow for tomorrow's session. 11. Stay safe. Stay in contact with everyone. Skype, your grandparents and your other family members through Skype, and you can do video calls and everything, so make sure you stay in contact. Stay active, stay training. Keep your diet healthy, it's more important than ever when you're inside. Keep a clean diet so your body can run properly. And make sure you're doing every day a little bit of exercise. And any questions, drop a comment. Don't forget to like the video if you're doing it and enjoying it. And if you hit the notifications button when any videos are coming up, you will be notified. And we're going to finish off with a little bit of 1920s Charleston. If you remember it, I'm going to do 1 minute. If not, I'll show you the basic step now. Let me get this. But don't forget, you can review the session to see what we did, in case you need to, or in case you want to know what we did and go over it. So the basic steps: touch behind with your left foot, step, touch in front. In case you don't. Left touch behind, touch in front. Touch, step, arms nice and loose. If you've been doing the other streams, you should know this anyway. And we have the touch, 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 step, touch, 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 step. You can add that in. Touch, 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 step. We had our swivel, if you remember. This is like our basic stance. You can add that in. Or you can just do the touch and step. We had our side taps. Tap, 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 step, tap, 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 go behind. And we had the turns. So pushing off that touch, spinning around, go back into our basic step. We had it going forwards, off the front leg, and we had it going off the back leg as well. Alright, I'm going to finish up there.